This segment brought to you in association with Burger King.
And Damien is here now with our first look at sports. Good evening to you, best man.
Very good evening to you, Lisa. No chainsaws, just sports here. We're dealing with a Double Crown champions are back home. The victorious Barbados women's cricket team returned to the island from Guyana after winning the regional T20 Blaze tournament, as well as the 50-over competition. CBC's Anne-Marie Burke was at the airport.
With the hardware proudly displayed and their faces showing the true pride of champions, the Barbados women's cricket team emerged from their rival hall at the Grantley Adams International Airport as Double Crown regional champions. Captain Hayley Matthews is totally pleased with her team's performance and said much credit has to go to the more seasoned players in the team.
I think our senior players really stepped up. DeAndre Doughton, Casey and Shakira Salmon all played a crucial role in how we did, and I think all the senior players really pulled the weight to the team this year.
Coach Ezra Mosley said the team left Barbados with one aim, to win both titles, and with this in mind it was about executing the plan, which they did.
Winning is always a good feeling, but this is something that we worked towards before we went to Guyana. Last year we missed the T20, and this year we said that if we play to the best of our ability, we'll win both titles. And although Guyana gave us a scare in the last game, I thought we played really well throughout the tournament. First, we played as a team, but the main thing was that we kept the girls fresh. We kept them as fit as possible, and that paid off.
Mosley also made a call to the BCA president to put better structures in place to ensure that the sport is not only further developed for women, but is also appealing to the younger generation.
I hope that it sends a message not only to the young girls in Barbados, but also to the BCA board, and in particular the director of cricket. I would like to see him put a detailed plan in place for women's cricket in Barbados. For years, people have been talking a lot about women's cricket, but we have not been seeing a lot. And I hope that this Double Crown victory will send a message, and he can, starting from tomorrow, put things in place to encourage more young girls to come out and play the cricket.
The team will be toasted at a reception early next week. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Congratulations to the girls once again. Well, interim West Indies head coach Richard Pybus must be replaced before the World Cup. That assertion from Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Sir Hilary Beckles, was speaking exclusively to David Brooks Cricket. Sir Hilary called the decision to close the High Performance Centre at UWI an act of vandalism and attributed the decision to Mr. Pybus.
To have access to that tremendous treasure trove of knowledge about how excellence was built up in the West Indies, and to deny the youngsters the environment of accessing that, accessing information, knowledge, legacy, to understand what is really at stake. I said it was an act of vandalism precisely because you tore down an institution that was there to guide the young people into the future.
Well, so Hilary says the new head coach should be from the Caribbean.
The World Cup is a major project in cricket, and the West Indian cricket culture should now be identifying coaches who they will expose to this global intervention, not only for this moment but for the future. Now, if I have a choice between building up a cadre of West Indian coaches in the context of a World Cup, which is a global project, and which is going to build sustainability into the coaching culture of the Caribbean, that to me seemed to be a no-brainer to compare with a person who is likely to use that moment simply for career advancement, because he will enter the space, acquire that skill, acquire that knowledge, and move on to his next team as he builds his trajectory.
Well, Barbadian Emily Odwin and Guadeloupe's Jonathan Jean Noel won the girls and boys 14-18 title respectively in the Barbados Junior International Golf Tournament played at the Barbados Golf Club in Christchurch. Odwin, who was the defending champion, went into yesterday's final round with a one-stroke lead and managed to hold on to her position with a score of 78 for a 50-hole aggregate score of 234. Trinidadian Yi Ji Lee finished on 236 after returning a score of 79 on the final day. Meanwhile, Noel, who had a brilliant second round score of 67, continuing his fine form on the final day with a 1 under par 71, which was the lowest score of the day. Trinidad and Tobago's Chris Richards Jr. was second, with Barbados' Xavier Wiggins third. Meanwhile, the 12 to 13 category was won by Clayton Harridell of St. Kitts and Nevis, who posted a gross score of 246, while the 9 to 11 category was won by Gordon Chow of Barbados, who had a gross 113 over the 3 days. That particular age group played 9 holes per day. Well, the victorious Barbados Under-16 netball team are back on the island after winning the 2019 GPA Youth Netball Tournament in Antigua. The Young Gems won their final assignment last night against St. Lucia 29 to 25, but it was not an easy match as the first 3 quarters were tied at 5-all, 13 and 18-all before Barbados pulled away to win by 4 goals. That win left them with an unbeaten record in the tournament. The Young Gems also walked away with the lion's share of awards: the best goal average, best defensive team, 3rd place in the shooting competition, and best uniform team. Barbados MVP was shooter Shanika Griffith. Also, 6 of the Young Gems made the top 16 players in the tournament: Kimani Archer, Griffith, Vivica Addison, Roshana Hunt, Sumara Ben, and Tennille Chapman. Good luck.